What's up, guys? Dr. Peter Martinez, River City Wellness, Alive and Free Chiropractic. Wanted to talk to you about cellular energy. A lot of people are talking about how to revitalize the mitochondria in the cell. Well, we all know that cells require nutrients, so really big hot topics are methylated B vitamins, CoQ10, nutrients in the cell, lasers, oxygen, hyperbaric therapy. There's a lot of different ways that people are talking about in the functional health space about revitalizing cellular energy. One of the things that is not talked about enough is where does all that energy go, right? That wasted energy, the released energy, how do we manage the energy if we're flooding the body with nutrients, supplements, with nutrition, with oxygen, with light stimulation to speed up that recovery, but then all the energy is wasted or distributed somewhere ineffectively. We are basically paddling upstream. So one of the most beautiful things that we do in our office is that we actually measure the efficiency of the energy in microvolts flooding through the spine into the brainstem level through what's called a surface EMG or an SEMG. And so we're able to look at the efficiency, the effectiveness, and the symmetry of that. And then the result is we're able to also look through heart rate variability, and we're able to understand, is the body depleted, exhausted, or using it efficiently? And what's beautiful, without adding more supplements, without adding more lasers, without adding more red light, what we find is the nervous system's capacity to handle more stress, to bring more stress into the body, improves as we improve the symmetry and organization of the proprioceptive input into the brain. So that's a bunch of sciencey terms to say that every joint in your body, from your toes, your fingers, your elbows, and the 24 movable segments in your spine, bring data up to the brainstem, to the cerebellum. And that data, if there is a subluxation, if there is tightness, if there's an injury, if there's a disc injury, if there's a curve in the spine, that data is gonna have to take a detour. And so we have basically at the root almost a sensory processing disorder in most human beings that have this deficiency. And so they're wondering why they're fatigued all the time. They're wondering why their energy is low. And a lot of times at the root, the true root cause, it's not just a lack of CoQ10, it's not a lack of methylated B vitamins, but it's a lack of efficiency distributing up from the body, the input coming into the brain. And once the input gets clear and the input gets organized, then the brain is less fatigued. The nervous system, the central nervous system, breaks the fight or flight response, and we see the output improve dramatically. Now, is there a time and a place to measure that cellular energy? Yes. One of our favorite tests is the metabolomics test by Genova Labs, and we actually look at the cell cycle. We look at what it takes to produce a healthy Krebs cycle, and we are able to support the body nutritionally, supplementally, to maximize the health of the cell.